I just found this enormous turtle in my like mulch area. We're not near water. Does it need water? Does it need this? And like people are like, leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's laying eggs. Like it will find its way back to water. It's a snapping turtle.
Don't touch
it. It will be
snapping
dazed and confused. Coming home to
Hello.
It's us.
Again.
Your favorite sisters back in your little ear hair drums.
We are Eat the Damn Cake.
I'm Carly.
And I'm Maddie. And I started to change how I said my name because I listened to one of our episodes the other week. And I'm Maddie. Or like.
Always. And I'm Maddie.
And I'm like, why do I sound like that? So now I'm trying to be like, I'm Maddie. Not Maddie. I'm Maddie.
Madeline.
Okay.
We had a long discussion today.
It was not long.
It was like 3 minutes.
It was maybe a minute.
Which for my ADHD was a long time.
So I was walking with Karka down the bridge. Karka. And my full name's Madeline for people that don't know. And that's it. That's the story. No. And I was like, Madeline's a pretty name. And I've never gone by it. The only time I've ever gone by it is if Colleen and Roger go Madeline, and then I know I'm fucked. And I'm literally in so much trouble and I must run away. But like, it has a negative connotation. And I'm like, it's a pretty name. I feel like I should start going by Madeline. But
it's so pretty.
But there's no good leap. I'm Maddie or Mads.
It's not like you're starting a new job
or
and you're
Mad.
like, I'm going to go by Madeline.
Right. I'm like
you should have done that 32 weeks ago.
Yeah. Everyone just calls me Maddie.
Yeah. You're Mads.
Carly said she'd name her daughter's middle name after me. I'm like, daughter's name.
I said Madeline's a pretty name so that if I ever had a daughter, Madeline would be the middle name.
So flattering. Carly would not be my daughter's middle name. It won't be Carly, Charlie Carly.
You really want to name your daughter Charlie still?
Still. After
all the people that we know have named their animals Charlie?
Yeah. It was my fake daughter's name first. I claimed it. I said, it's going to be Charlie, whether you like it or not. Not Charlotte. Charlie.
Not Charlotte, but Charlie.
But wait, speaking of kids. So for those of you that don't know, this is a mini-sode. We're going off the rails for you today.
Like
off the fitness.
Off the fitness rails. No plan, no edits. We're just in here doing the damn thing.
We just want to give you a scope into our brains. And you might be like, whoa, we didn't want that.
Yeah, you might be like, please never do that again. But here we are.
Super overwhelming. But so this weekend, I feel like these are my favorite stories because it includes Roger and Colleen. We were having dinner at my parents' house and we were all talking about I think we were talking about gaming systems because we have an Xbox and a Kinect.
Isn't that the same thing?
An Xbox
Kinect
with a Kinect.
Like with the
Kinect is the thing that is attached to the TV that I'm having trouble explaining it. Okay. So it's the camera that puts you onto the TV. Yeah. It's like a Wii. Like when the Xbox Kinect came out, it was like, I want to be Wii. But I was talking about how we never used it really. But then we got on this long rant about how kids now, like we talked about our episode previous to this, kids have a very short attention span because they're used to always being stimulated, like having a phone or always watching an iPad or TikTok or a game. I just spit everywhere. When we were that age.
Yeah.
I remember mom had a Nokia phone.
Yeah.
A brick in the battery.
It was so thick.
The battery lasted like
days.
A week.
Yeah.
You'd like plug it in for an hour once and it would never die. I remember sitting at Lotus Flower restaurant in Framingham and be like, Mom, can I play Snake? She's like, sure. And it was the light of my life. I'd be like, yes.
What about like Oregon Trail? Do you remember?
Elementary school.
You'd go down to the computer room.
And you'd like die from like
Parvia. No, that's a dog.
Parvo is a dog thing. What's Parvia? Did you just make that up?
I literally could not tell you what parvia is.
So I just made it up. I just remember you would like either die of starvation or dehydration, and you as like the small child, you're like, what?
Yeah.
And you start over. That was a really fun game. But like Snake,
Minesweeper, Tetris.
I friggin' hate Tetris.
Why?
I think it's dumb. Harley, did you like Tetris?
I played it from time to time. Yeah.
You dabbled.
I wouldn't say it's like my favorite.
What's your favorite?
Yeah.
Of like
the old games.
You know, I honestly, you mentioned Minesweeper. I still play Minesweeper to this day.
You do?
What's Minesweeper?
Solitaire. I have like the oldest looking phone screen.
Wait,
you Solitaire, Minesweeper.
I love Solitaire.
Minesweeper?
You know Spider Solitaire that you used to like be able to do it really fast. I loved. I was so good at that.
I liked that, but
or Sudoku.
Oh yeah.
But Minesweeper is the one when it's like a bunch of little boxes and you click on them, and if the bomb hits,
oh my god, that one was so anxiety inducing. We had it on the Microsoft desktop downstairs. All right, let's get real for a second.
Okay.
Sims.
Oh my god, I could spend days playing Sims without a wink of sleep, just creating mansion, rosebud, motherlode. You know,
it's like, I feel like there were so many different codes. I got the code where you actually didn't have to take care of the people. You could just like drag their hunger and sleep to the green. So
why would you do that?
I guess that takes the fun out of it. But I was like, I do not have time for my people to sleep.
I just wanted to be a millionaire.
I just remember I would like over quarantine, I reverted back
to Sims
to like 10 years ago. Like I got a Club Penguin again. I looked to see if Millsbury was still a thing.
What about Webkins?
Yes.
Well, what's Animal Crossing is like pairing up with this is 2 months ago.
What
it's like
is that?
Basically coming back with Webkins again.
I
it's like now you get a
Webkins.
Build-A-Bear, and then you have your Build-A-Bear on
what?
Animal Crossing.
What?
So it's basically just Webkins all over again.
Wait, that's so cool. But this generation will never know what you had to do to buy a Webkins.
Yeah.
Webkins now are like $3.99 at Christmas tree shops. They were like $15 for stupid stuffed animals that had the little W on the paw print, and it came with a code.
Yeah,
it was like the first social media though.
Yes, it
really
was.
Like,
crazy.
Hey,
or Club Penguin.
Yeah.
AIM, you're like, hey, want to go on Webkins and hang out at my house?
Yeah, it was so...
Webkins, and then Club Penguin was the shit. It's actually still really fun.
I think I got kicked out of Club Penguin because I don't know why.
You probably swore.
I think I did.
Violating community standards.
Yes.
I just remember over quarantine, my friends and I all were very bored. And they're like, who wants to go play sled racing on Club Penguin? And we all did. And then, I don't know, this might age me, but like they had the FBI agents thing that you could do like actual... Like you could solve mysteries and crimes. And I was like, I'm going to be the next detective.
Oh my God.
I passed them all. I was a super good FBI agent.
So Maddie's a great FBI agent, horrible with music. Because guess who was just in the office and she had no idea who was here.
So the only reason I knew is because I ran into Buddy leaving. And he was like, Loud Luxury's here. And I was like, oh, cool. And like, I know what they look like now because...
You just talk to them. Yeah.
Well, no. Before today.
Okay.
Because I've seen them on social media because Big Night was obviously in charge of Shrine who had them. And that's why they were in the area. And Big Night and Loud Luxury are super close. And I'm like, I always say I'm the perfect person to work in this environment because if you've ever listened to music with Maddie, I don't know what any song is called, who sings it. Like my knowledge is very low. So I could walk in and the biggest name, DJ, rapper, anyone would be sitting here. Like, hi, you new here? And they're like, okay.
So Maddie luckily got a heads up today before walking into the office.
Nice to meet you. Like, I know who you are.
For once.
For the first time in my whole life. But like I never, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it doesn't make me seem like a fangirl or just like someone that wants to get to know them for who they are. Like no matter who I meet, I'll always just treat them the same.
Yeah.
So like that was good. I remember we used to work at Legal Harborside.
Same thing.
And that was mostly like athletes, not like singers.
Yeah.
But like Bruins players would be sitting at your table. And like one time I went over and served them before my manager told me. And I like went over, I was like, hi, how are you? And they were all like actually not very friendly.
Yeah,
they were very not friendly. And I was like, hi, like, like, can I get you something?
Yeah.
Walk away. And my manager's like, did you see the surprise at table 203? I'm like,
Who?
Who's here? I'm like, what? Did they leave me a good tip? Like, no. They're like 4 Bruins players. I'm like, you really think
I was going to pick them out of a crowd?
Be like, oh, so-and-so. Like, first of all, they wear helmets. Second of all, I don't watch sports.
Imagine if they're still wearing helmets in the restaurant.
Imagine they walk in with helmets on. That's how she'd know that was them.
The thing is all the athletes that would ever walk in there would walk in incognito. They'd be wearing sunglasses. They didn't want to be noticed.
Like, here's the thing. When Gronk or Julian Edelman was there, you knew it was them.
Yeah, but like, I also never served them.
That's true. You did not get those tables.
No. I got the like ones that nobody knew who they were. And I'd be like, great. And then they tip me $4. And I'd be like, okay.
Great.
Yeah, perfect. Tip well, everyone. If this is if you don't tip 20%,
get out.
Reevaluate. Just reevaluate and remember that no server is actually having a good time.
We had a guest on last week. Hopefully you all listened. And one of the first questions I asked him like before was, do you shave your balls? And he was very go with the flow and a good sport. And he does.
I was not in the room when this happened. And I was like, Carly thinks that, the icebreaker. I mean, we've been out of the social world for quite some time. Carly just doesn't have social cues really anymore. I don't. So now that we work for Big Night and we have to talk about Manscaped and like ball trimming, Carly's like, that is the perfect icebreaker. Do you trim your balls? And they're like, sure. Yeah. No, like I do. And Carly doesn't think it's a personal question.
No, for some reason I don't.
For some reason she does not think, hey, do you do this?
But Joe was a great sport about it. So definitely, yeah.
And if you haven't listened to the episode yet, definitely go listen. You should go back.
The flowers are blooming. The grass is growing. And it's time to chop the weeds. Speaking of ball trimmers, thanks to our sponsor, Manscaped, you can trim your holes safely and efficiently. I'm talking about ball trimmers. Manscaped, the global leaders in men's below-the-waist grooming, have an exclusive offer for our audience. Use code BIGNIGHT to get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Join the other 2 million men who trust Manscaped. They are here to make sure you are trimmed and smelling delicious. Nice.
Smelling delightful.
After all, it's time for some spring and summer cleaning.
Speaking of incredible hygiene, Manscaped has formulations to keep you fresh and ready for everything that comes your way all damn freaking day.
All day.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code BIGNIGHT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code BIGNIGHT at manscaped.com. It's spring cleaning, baby, in your balls. Well, thank you. Speaking of, I feel like this would be a really good gift. And Christmas is not coming. I was like, with Christmas on the way.
Oh my God, it is May.
It's May. I feel like this would be a good gift for your siggo, AKA your significant other.
Oh my God. Are you Schmidt from New Girl?
I literally was about to say, I feel like I just channeled Schmidt, and that's where all day came from. Let me grab my driving moccasins. If you don't watch New Girl, watch it. I'm having a chest pain.
Are you having a stitch in your chest? She was just feeling
my chest. I'm having chest pains, everyone.
So hopefully
everything's fine.
Okay.
So off topic. I love Duke.
Okay. Moving right along.
I just thought about a picture of him. So this weekend, I was going to go somewhere and then I decided not to. And then I told my mom that I was coming over after I told her I wasn't. And she goes, someone's looking for you. I just told them you're on your way. And I was like, no, don't even. And she sent a picture and it was Duke waiting at the door. He loves me so much, you guys.
He's literally a perfect specimen.
And I buy him, Auntie buys him a toy every time she goes to the store. Marshalls.
Yes.
The Marshalls.
The
Mecca.
So you guys, I need to tell you, the Facebook group that I'm in has been lit recently with the most incredible posts. So
very good content.
Very good content.
People.
And maybe it's just me who finds it entertaining, but
I don't think it is, because every single town has one.
Yeah.
So, and they're all very...
But this is like the main source of my entertainment day to day. So I always check the post. When it says a new notification, I'm like, I gotta see what it is.
Right.
So the other day, some woman posted a turtle in her front yard, and she was like, I just found this enormous turtle in my like mulch area. We're not near water, doesn't need this. And like people are like, leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's laying eggs. Like it will find its way back to water. It's a snapping turtle.
Don't touch
it. It will be dazed and confused. So I scroll all the way down. I'm reading all the comments. People are getting like very territorial over this turtle. And I'm like, oh my God.
It's an important turtle.
Apparently. So then at the bottom, it's like suggestions for other groups. And it brought me to this group, Arizona Turtles and Tortoises. Wait a minute. So in this group,
a deep dive.
Yeah. No, I went off the rails here. So then it's this woman snuggling a turtle. Can you see that? Not really. Snuggling. And she says, the most spoiled turtle I know. He loves his evening cuddles. According.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows exactly what's going on.
Right?
He's literally like, fucking let go of me.
This turtle is enormous. And it says, according to Fish and Game, he's 90 to 95 years old and has been in my family since 1965, which is the first picture we have of him and my mom's adoptive mother. I've had him since she passed 17 years ago. People think it's crazy having a pet tortoise, but he's the best part-time pet. So is your tortoise spoiled or is it just mine? And I was...
Carly, you should have come and be like, nope, mine too.
I was appalled that this turtle was snuggling.
Aren't they heavy?
He loves his evening cuddles. Like, how the hell do you know that?
The turtle's literally like, get me the fuck out.
Yeah, like, how does he know? How does he know? Like, I truly just don't understand.
Well, I guess it's like any animal, though. Does Duke like cuddles?
I force him to.
Well, right. So this lady's doing the same shit with her turtle. Like, definitely not as comfortable.
I was going to say, like, they have a hard shell and, like, what's it doing? Like, nuzzling her neck? Like, Duke actually does nuzzle
Reptiles freak me out.
Yeah, the fact that, like, a turtle's little poking his little head out of his shell.
He can just, like, go back
I had a pet turtle.
You did?
Growing up.
Was it big or small?
It was, like, pretty small. Like, it's the size of your hand.
Was it cute?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Cool. His name was Stanley.
Oh,
Stanley the turtle.
That's so cute.
And actually, like, I used to own him, but like, and he's still alive. We just had to give him to a new. Actually, I got him from another owner. I had him for like maybe 10 years, and we had to give him to another owner just because I couldn't take care of him anymore.
Did he get too big?
No, I mean he stayed around the same size, but I was
How old
going
is
to
this
college.
turtle?
And my parents didn't want to take after it.
Turtles live for like a long time.
Well, that
Stanley's
one's 95.
probably around 50. Yeah,
oh my
he's pretty
God.
old. But
what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think he liked people either. Like whenever I put my like whenever I like walked by his tank, he'd always like curl up into his shell. And
did he hiss at you ever?
They hissed, yeah.
Oh my God, that turtles are like.
Best part about it was we always I'm pretty sure turtles are herbivores, so they only eat vegetables.
Yeah.
But the owners before him fed him dog food.
Oh my God.
Which we were like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
That's pretty gross. So we started off with like strawberries and lettuce and all that. And
aren't they really cute when they eat? They're like,
yeah.
They have a little pointy nozzle.
And,
mouth.
We, yeah, I guess I don't know what you'd call it. I guess more of like a beak, maybe.
Yeah, they have a beak. Yeah. That's what they have.
But we found out his favorite food was the pork from the pork fried rice and Chinese food. So that's what we ended up feeding him. Whenever we got Chinese food, we always put some off to the side.
Oh my God!
Wait, can turtles eat whatever? Like, is anything bad?
So. Yes, he didn't die.
He was dog food, so.
Oh my God! I just think of literally the scene from New Girl when the cop comes to inspect and Nick is like, when I was little, I fed cornflakes to a frog. It died. He's like, all animals that live in and out of water died. I don't know why. Yeah. They just died.
He was picky though. He only liked red grapes, not green grapes.
What a little twat.
Snot. I say snot. Carly goes twat.
The other day I saw something on Facebook and it was like, if you have true talent in English, what's a word that begins with T and ends with T? I'm like, twat, obviously. And my mom's like, talent? That? Like, and she came
tart.
Tart.
No.
TART.
Oh yeah.
Are you choking?
I was thinking of Dad is a really bad speller.
Yeah.
It's so funny. He'll be typing something on his phone and he'll be like, how do I spell February? Like, and we'll spell it out.
No,
and he's like,
no shade, Roger.
Oh, and then I was talking about like, all right, tell me not that dads always do this. You're like, Dad, isn't this what it's called? They're like, no. And you're like, I'm fairly certain I read the label of this product and it is called this. So for example, I'm drinking a Spindrift. I'm like, Dad, it's called Spindrift. He's like, no, it's not, Maddie. I'm like, yes, it is. He's like, no. I'm like, I'm going to go get it. And they're like, fine, get it. I'm right. And I'm like, I know I'm freaking right. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, dads always do this. They will always, without a doubt, say, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. And I can't, I forget what it was, but I can't remember what it was. But Roger, without fail, will be like, no, Maddie, you're wrong. And I brought up, I forget what it was. And I was like, I'm right. And he was like, no, you're still wrong. Kind of like when it's raining. He's like, no, it's not raining.
Yeah.
Like, dads they want to be right all the time. And
it's because they're not moms, and moms are always right.
Okay, moms are always right, though. And it's terrifying because you're like, are you a psychic? Like, do you just know everything?
So dads, I feel like, get jealous that moms are always right. And
so they're like, I'm going to test this out.
They like try to like be combative and be like, no, I'm right. And it's like, but you're wrong. Like, I'm going to be a future mother. So like, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm the right one.
Well, so I find this happens with Nick quite a bit. Unfortunately, I do always end up being right, and he hates it. And I will always be like, told you so, because I'm a bitch. And I'm like, I told you. Like last night we were trying to watch Netflix, and one of our Netflix, like we have a smart TV and a Fire Stick. So like we'll click one.
So your TV's super smart.
Super smart. We've got a 4.0 GPA TV. So I've never had a 4.0 in my life. So he clicked the button and it wasn't working. I'm like, try the other remote. I am on the other remote. I'm like, no, you're not. And then he tries the other remote and it works. I'm like, you know that little like I'm right face? You're like,
yeah, you're just sitting there like with a...
You're like, I'm not going to say anything, but now you know. Also, by the way, I made a big girl purchase the other day. I bought a vacuum.
Oh my God, she hasn't shut up. I was like, until you buy a Dyson, I will not be impressed.
Okay, but
you can stick with your dirt devil all day, but I'm impressed by Dysons.
So we were talking about Dysons the other day at work with my friends at Lulu, and I'm like, yeah, they're like $300, and they're like, more like $600, and I'm like, what? Who?
They're worth it.
Who is that financially stable? It'll be like, I'm just going to scroll along for a vacuum. And there's like a ton of vacuums on Amazon. I know you would. Ton of vacuums on Amazon. And there's this I think it's $7.99 actually. The $7.99 Dyson. And then this beautiful Eureka vacuum.
Is that what you got?
$75. 75. I'm like, that right there. That's
the job done.
Okay, I will say, I don't know if anyone else reads reviews before buying items. I used to not, and now I'm a big review reader. I was scrolling down, obviously, to read the customer reviews, and all of them were like, it sucks too much. Like, on carpet, it's actually really hard to move. So, like, you have to put all of your body weight in and out of it.
They're not that expensive. They're like $400.
But no, the specific Dyson that's cordless and you charge the battery and then...
Oh, $700, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one that I guess a lot of people have. And I'm like, so interesting you say that. I would have bought a Dirt Devil, but they only had the handheld ones. So I didn't. But moral of the story is I'm broke and I bought a cheap, but it's a vacuum. It's a cheap vacuum, but it's a vacuum. And I literally go to my parents. I'm like, I bought a vacuum. I'm like, oh no, does it suck? And I'm like, you guys?
They said it at the same
time. And I'm like, the dad jokes just need to stop. I was like, it sucks. They're like, oh no, it sucks. I'm like, it sucks. It sucks.
I love it.
Right? Isn't it painful though? I feel like it's nonstop. Non-fucking stop.
Well, this was officially the most random episode we've ever done, but we hope you enjoyed our full-blown thought process.
Well, here's the thing. We're about to go teach at the Grand.
Yep.
And Hurley is a sweet baby angel. And we were like, we want to just go and record and shoot the shit. And he was like, yeah, I had one break today.
And we were like, guess what? We're snatching that right out of your little
He literally sits down. He's like, I'm so happy right now. You guys recorded early. Now I have a good break to like chill. And we're like, well, actually, we want to record again. And then Buddy's like, you guys are the worst. We're like, yeah. But next week he's going to have a break.
Next week he has the week off from us, at least.
It's going to be dope.
You're going to miss us, though.
I'm going to be with my pina colada, poolside.
I love that.
What a vibe.
Pool.
I would love
you
that.
You can come to our pool.
Yeah, we have a pool. If you ever want to come hang out.
My parents have a pool.
We have a pool. Carly, you still live at home. You can say that. It's fine. So don't forget to rate, subscribe, review. And if you guys forgot, you can get 10% off of merch.
Absolutely.
If you leave a review and send us a screenshot.
We also got some new merch coming out, so stay tuned.
Wearing our Built by Byron merch, and it says, I am a strong human. It's
strong human.
It's in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, which is the month of May. 50% of proceeds are going to NAMI, the National Association of Mental Health. Yes. I'm like,
NAMI.
And that's really awesome. So if you want to do that, you can also do that. We love you, and I hope you have a great week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
See ya.
What the hell?
What's happening?
Oh, dude,